Hey, it's Morgan DeBond, founder and CEO of Blavity Inc. and AfroTech. And I want to talk today about how to become a speaker at AfroTech. We get this question every year, and so I thought I would help explain the process so that you can shoot your shot this year and maybe land on stage. So AfroTech every year is in either late October or early November, and we have over 35,000 people who come into the city to participate in learning sessions, workshops, pitching, trying new products, new innovations, and we have over 6 stages, sometimes up to 8, depending on what's trending. Every year, those stages change, and those changes are a result of feedback from our community, feedback from our partners and tech companies, and then also just making sure that our community and our ecosystem stays fresh with new information and stays up on all the trends. So some year we talk about AI. Back when Web3 was really trending, we got everybody up to speed on crypto and NFTs and blockchain. This year, we'll be focusing on AI, med tech, and digital health. Of course, cybersecurity and risk, which increases like crazy for all of us. We're also working on content around environmental sustainability and innovations on environment. And then we're also thinking a little bit about GovTech and technology that impacts how we live every single day as civilians, as well as operating within cities. So those are our focuses this year, and we're really excited about them. So how do you get onto a stage? That is the question. Every year, about 2 weeks before the event, I get all these texts and all these emails. Oh my gosh, I have this idea. I would love to speak on stages there. And I'm like, this year? Ma'am, we have been planning this thing for over a year, and it takes us months and months and months to organize the schedule, get everything contracted, fly people out, and do all the things. So now is the time to start thinking about how you want to show up at AfroTech this fall. And to do that, we have an open submissions process where basically anyone in our ecosystem, anyone who's attended AfroTech before, anyone who works for a partner company, or anyone who has been to any of our AfroTech meetups or events throughout the year is eligible to apply to be a speaker at AfroTech. And the reason why we want you to be a part of our ecosystem is because we believe that if we continue to reinvest in ourselves, if we continue to show up for ourselves, then the entire ecosystem gets stronger. So if you've never been at an AfroTech event before, you probably should go to an event before you try to get on stage. All right, so let's get into how to submit a winning proposal. Number one, you got to teach something. The AfroTech attendee is incredibly intelligent. They are great at what they do, and they want to learn from other people who are exceptional. So you need to be specific. You need to show proof of your work, of what you've been working on, what you've been building, what you've contributed, whether you work at a professional organization or you're a founder entrepreneur. Regardless, it's important that you show us exactly what you're working on and how and what you want to teach and give back into the AfroTech community. People who submit to be a speaker at AfroTech who really just want to be a speaker, they never get selected, honestly. There's usually some sort of additional benefit to the community and to the attendee that's there. The second thing is making sure that your proposal, again, leads with that takeaway. Someone who's sitting in a room for 60 minutes when they could be sitting in any other stage or not even at AfroTech at all, they want to know what the takeaway is. So we try to lead with what is the skill that somebody will get access to, what's the insight, what's the data that you're going to talk about. Show us exactly what somebody who spends 60 minutes with you is going to get from being a part of that conversation. The last but not least thing, and this is really important, is that we believe that because our community is already incredibly diverse, we don't need to lead with diversity in every single pitch. So when somebody says something like, what it's like to be Black in tech, what it's like to be a Black engineer in tech, how to be a Black product manager in tech, automatic decline. Instead of talking about what it's like to be Black in tech, when everybody in the room is mostly Black, I mean, everybody's welcome at AfroTech. We're incredibly inclusive at AfroTech, but generally, it is already an incredibly diverse audience. So we don't need to talk about that. We need to talk about how I became a product manager that built a product that serves 1 million users a month, how I raised my first $10 million in funding, how I raised my first venture fund, and how you could become an angel investor. Like, show us the thing, okay? Teach us the thing. Don't add all these qualifiers on it because the AfroTech audience, we don't need all that. We just want to get to the information. We want to be inspired. We want to learn, and we want to be able to bring those things back to our companies, back to our work, back to our mission, back to our community so that we can continue to grow and inspire other people. Last but not least, we care about product innovation. So bring us the robots. Okay, you got a 3D printer, you building something crazy, you work at a company that's like releasing a new consumer product. AfroTech community wants to touch and feel and see the behind the scenes. Every year, the sessions that do the best, that get the highest ranking sessions are interactive. They're usually a lot of Q&A, a lot of conversations, a lot of people really getting to know what is happening behind the scenes and how these products work, how these algorithms are built, how the systems are actually, how the infrastructure is actually created. That's what the people want to know. So show us, give us that opportunity. Definitely shoot your shot. I can't wait to see your application and the team. Definitely shoot your shot and send in your application as soon as possible. We have a committee that reviews all these applications and stack ranks them, etc. So it is a group effort. Don't be trying to ask me personally to get you a speaking slot. It's not going to work. So anyways, I'm excited for this year. This year's going to be bigger and badder than ever. We're back in Houston the last week of October, so I look forward to seeing you there. Bye.